What is up, folks? Dante Pittman here. Welcome to episode 14 of season 2 of Gameshow Speak Podcast. I am your main man, Dante Pittman, and joining me, as always, my co-captain and co-host of this show, Michael Barbadier.
AKA Mikey Bombs, as they call me.
Yeah, that's right.
What's up, folks? Welcome into another round of the Gameshow Speak Podcast. Oh, man. Get your hands on your buzzers for this one because we got some topics ready for you.
Yes, we do. And let's start off our first topic of the day with... So you guys have seen The Bachelor, right? Well, here's this. Mike Fleiss turns in his roses. The Bachelor creator and executive producer Mike Fleiss recently announced departure from the hit ABC reality franchise came after he had been investigated over workplace misconduct allegations, that line reported. According to sources, the Bachelor producer, Warner Brothers TV, working with ABC, recently completed an investigation into claims of alleged racist behavior as well as verbal and emotional abuse against Fleiss. After a conversation with Warner Brothers over the results from the investigation, he opted to leave. Fleiss was not formally fired, sources said. Through a rep, he declined comment regarding any investigation. He also released a statement. I had no idea back in 2002 that we were building a pop culture juggernaut. It was a crazy idea then, and sure as hell continues to roll. Just look at every network and streamer that has ripped us off. Since this premiere 21 years ago, times have certainly changed, and I have to say we didn't keep up with the pace of those changes. I am proud of the work we've done over the past 5 years to make the show substantially more diverse, but I do believe I could have done more. Hopefully, the franchise will continue to move in the right direction. Judging by the number of staff meetings we've hosted at our home and the number of teary messages that blew up my phone when I announced I have turned in my final rose, I'm pretty sure I had more good days than bad. Lifted more spirits than hurt feelings, and leave the franchise in good hands with more friends than foe. This is the second known time Warner Brothers have launched a probe into Fleiss' behavior. In 2019, the studio said that they were looking into the serious allegations raised by his then pregnant wife, who accused him of attacking her. Season 27, which just ended Monday night, is his final season with the franchise. Claire Freeland, Jason Eric, and longtime executive producer Bennett Grabner will be taking over as executive producers and showrunners for the franchise. First created, The Bachelor was debuted in 2002, led by 31-year-old Alex Michel, a Harvard-educated management consultant from Charlottesville, Virginia. Fleiss is also the creative force behind The Bachelorette, which followed a year later with 29-year-old Trista Rand as the leading lady. He's also been the executive producer on all the other Bachelor franchise series, including Bachelor Pad, Bachelor in Paradise, and Bachelor Winter Games. While he's remained associated with the franchise, Fleiss has been involved in the day-to-day operations of each series about a decade. Outside of The Bachelor, he's been involved in reality series, including Who Wants to Marry a Multi-Millionaire and High School Reunion, as well as horror films, including The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, and the Hostel franchise.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Now for these next three topics, I'm not gonna say anything, especially for the Gladiators one. Gladiators UK. So
okay.
you could take the rest. You could take these in full.
Okay, I will. All right. More on Gladiators UK. The logo for the reboot has been revealed. Contenders ready. Gladiators ready. One of the most exciting and iconic sports entertainment game shows ever. Gladiators will be returned to TV in its brand new home on the BBC, and viewers can be part of the action by applying for free tickets to witness the new generation of Gladiators in action. This 11-part series made by Hungry Bear Media and MGM Television UK will be back with a brand new generation of superhero gladiators who will compete against a brave set of contenders at the ultimate test of speed and strength. They will take part in a series of brand new games alongside classic challenges, including fan favorite The Eliminator. Filming will take place in and around the spring school holidays at the Utility Arena, Sheffield, and audiences could be the first to experience the power in this spectacular family day out. Dan Baldwin, managing director of Hungry Bear, said, "Watching Gladiators live in the arena is the perfect day out for all of the family. Being close up to the action is going to be an incredible experience like no other. Plus, we're making the tickets free, so it won't cost you a penny to get in. To apply for free tickets and to view the terms and conditions, head to www.applausestore.com/book Gladiators 2023. Further details about Gladiators, including broadcast deals, will be announced in due course." Ooh, boy. The logo looking good. Looks a little glitzy, but it's cool enough. All right. Now we got to be sad again. Well, we got to be sad for two people who passed away this year. First one is Bernadette Hunt, who starred as Falcon in Gladiators, has died at the age of 59. The news was shared by her brother-in-law, Rick Django, on a Facebook page celebrating showbiz from days gone by. He wrote, "It is with great sadness that I have to tell you my partner's younger sister, Bernadette Hunt. Most people will remember her as Falcon from the hit TV show Gladiators. I had the privilege to be in her company a few times, and I have to say she was one of the most loveliest people I've ever met. She never had a bad word to say about anyone. Indeed, she was always known as the nicest gladiator, always stopping to speak and sign autographs for anyone. She had been battling cancer for a number of years until sadly she lost her fight. Rest in peace, Bernie." Hunt's sister Carol also commented, writing, "My beautiful sister was the best kind of human being on this earth." Suzanne Cox, who was Gladiator Vogue, wrote, "I found out a few days ago." A statement on the Gladiators website said Hunt was the most lovely, warm, generous person with a beaming smile, adding, "Our Gladiator family is truly heartbroken with our loss of Bernie." The statement said she was the second longest serving female gladiator. The site goes on to describe her warmth as a competitor, saying, "Win or lose, Falcon is always there to congratulate her contenders." Starring in Series 2 to 8 of Gladiators, Hunt had also performed in Gladiators live shows in Wembley and Sheffield. Since lurking on Gladiators, she had left the world of TV and become a personal trainer, holding classes at Basingstoke Sports Centre. Hunt leaves behind two children, her husband Mark, son Adam, and young daughter Angel. Our thoughts and prayers will go out to the family at this time. Now, of course, the meat of the matter here, Paul O'Grady. All right. Blankety Blank is returning to BBC One for one night only this weekend following the death of Paul O'Grady. The TV host, comedian, drag icon, who fronted the Gameshow drag queen Lily Savage, sadly passed away at his home on Tuesday, March 28th, at the age of 67. The BBC is changing its schedules tomorrow night, April 1st. Well, changed its schedules with a classic episode of Lily Savage's Blankety Blank airing in tribute to O'Grady and his groundbreaking drag alter ego at 7 p.m. The performer died unexpectedly but peacefully on Tuesday. O'Grady's husband Andre Portesio told the Associated Press. Before becoming a regional TV staple for his work hosting the Paul O'Grady Show and appearing on Blind Date and Blankety Blank, O'Grady began his career as a nightlife entertainer on the Royal Vauxhall Tavern, an iconic LGBTQIA plus venue in London. He regularly championed queer rights, particularly at the height of the AIDS crisis in the 1980s. He also honed his drag persona Lily Savage at the time, and in 1997 hosted the Lily Savage Show on the BBC, even welcoming Elton John as a special guest on one episode. Waves of tributes poured in on social media following O'Grady's death, including a message from the royal family's Twitter account. Deeply saddened to hear of the death of Paul O'Grady, who worked closely with Her Majesty's support of Battersea, providing lots of laughter and many raggy-tailed memories. The royal family treated alongside a photo of O'Grady and Camilla, the Queen Consort, who made an appearance on Tears for the Love of Dogs in 2022. A Star is Born actor and RuPaul's Drag Race Season 4 Queen William also paid tribute to O'Grady, remembering the actor in a sleep Instagram post. "I'm sure she's up there giving everyone an earful in heaven for us queens down here. Tell them to fix America, please, girl. We need it." William wrote on Instagram, "We love you, Miss Savage. Thank you so much for all the good you did. I tip my wig to you. Before he died, O'Grady portrayed Miss Hannigan in the West End revival of Annie and later joined the production's regional tour. The show released a statement Wednesday morning. Everyone at Annie the musical is stunned and saddened by the passing of Paul O'Grady. The statement read, an incredible Miss Hannigan, an irreplaceable, hilarious, and generous person who we will all miss immensely. All right, as always, my thoughts and prayers go out to the O'Grady family for this. All right, the Jeopardy topic is yours.
All right, for those Jeopardy fans who didn't celebrate Jeopardy last week, shame on you.
Shame on you.
But for those who did, you're gonna love this topic. A lot of time Jeopardy fans who are still feeling the loss of the late great Alex Trebek have a reason to celebrate JeoparDAY as the show announced that it will air the former host's first ever episode on the show's YouTube channel for free. The message encourages fans to subscribe to the Jeopardy YouTube channel ahead of the episode's release, which was, I believe, on JeoparDAY, I believe. JeoparDAY is an annual tradition that started last year to celebrate the show on March 30th in honor of March 30th, 1964, the day the first episode of the original show aired. As a gift to the fans, last year, Jeopardy also announced the Anytime test, allowing those trying to compete on the show an extra chance to take the entrance test. For every test up to 10,000, the show will donate $5.90 to the Alex Trebek Fund to benefit its Stand Up to Cancer. There was also a special announcement via the show's official podcast. A Champions Wildcard Tournament will be instituted as part of this fall's postseason play. In between a second chance was confirmed, and the Tournament of Champions. Every single player who wins the game in season 39 will be invited to the event, even if they haven't qualified for the TOC. Wow.
Now, I don't mind tournaments, but this is getting a bit too much. I understand to get more people, but right now it's getting a bit too much on the Tournament of Champions. But yes, there are going to be good ones, but I think they need to slow it down. Do you agree, Michael?
Yeah.
But
my early thoughts. That's going to be the end of this topic, though. My early thoughts on Ninja Warrior. Apparently, no surprise. They're still doing some great business.
Of course. Ninja Warrior renewed to 2024. Season 15 premieres this summer, along with in American Ninja Warrior will be back on NBC for a while. The competition format, which was produced by A. Smith and Company Productions, returns this June for season 15 and has already been picked up for season 16. Host Matt Eisman and I can't pronounce his last name. Jamila? Crap, I can't pronounce that name. All right, along with co-host Suri Hall, are back to call the action as the Ninjas make their way through the qualifying and semifinal rounds in Los Angeles before moving to the national finals in Las Vegas. There are a number of new additions to the season, including a mega wall with ninjas also racing side by side and head to head for the first time, marking the biggest changes to the show in its history. Production is currently underway on both seasons, with A. Smith and Company filming the seasons back to back with select ninjas featured in both seasons. Season 15 will premiere on June 5th, and season 16 returns in 2024. It marks a major statement of intent from NBCU unscripted chief Corey Henderson, who joined last summer. A top prize of $1 million who goes to the winner, who can cover all 4 stages at the national finals in Las Vegas. Meanwhile, NBC has announced its upcoming 2023 summer schedule, featuring returning shows and series premieres alike. The network's summer season will start with the premieres of America's Got Talent's 18th season and the series premiere of The Luttridge would hosted Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge on Tuesday, May 30th, followed by the debut of American Ninja Warrior Season 15 on Monday, June 5th. All shows will be available for streaming on Peacock the day after the NBC broadcast. As the network gears up for the season, it will kick off its pre-summer lineup with the return of Wicked Link, hosted by Gene Lynch on April 11th. Following that, That's My Jam will debut on its new time slot on Mondays starting April 17th. Wow. Whew. NBC
They're still
is
doing
ready.
some great business, as I said.
Yeah, they're doing some good business indeed. Wow. Oh, man. Can't wait for all of them to come on. This summer is about to get hot. Okay. Now, Upfronts, Game Show Network. Mastermind, Switch renewed, and 4 shows are greenlit. Game Show Network and Sony Pictures Television announced offerings for the 2023 Upfronts will continue to include auctions and live viewing, integrations, and syndicated programming. Delivering one of the top levels of live viewing and commercial retention in the industry, opportunities exist with Game Show Network's successful original programming slate and blended entertainment opportunities in America's most successful and long-running game shows. The top 20 cable network Game Show Network remains a prolific producer of content with over 275 hours of shows in 2023, 26% over the previous year, as a result of its commitment to delivering high-quality original programming and the consistency of a stripped schedule. Game Show Network has created 4 new strip series, Split Second, based on the format from Game Show Lens and Monty Hall, to be hosted by John Michael Higgins, the host of America Says, and the guy from Pitch Perfect. In his second series from the network, all right, the comedic game show format Blank Stakes, hosted by Mario Lopez from Access Hollywood. Ridiculous Working Title, based on the UK game of riddles, along with recently announced Hey Yahoo, hosted by actor Tom Cavanaugh, which is based on the most popular search from the powerful search engine Yahoo. Rounding out the schedule are the recently premiered fan favorites, the All-Star Trivia Show Masterminds, hosted by Brooke Burns, featuring panels of mastermind trivia experts who compete against the contestants, which enters its 5th season as the show improved its time period by 33%. And Switch, a quick-moving trivia show where contestants take positions has one large number from 1 to 5, hosted by actor Jeff Hebner from Chicago Med and Chicago Fire, will be back for its 2nd season as it improved its time period by 20%. Game Show Network continues to deliver live viewing levels that rival both sports and news, said Stuart Silberman, Executive Vice President at Sales for Sony Pictures Television and GSN. The benefits to our advertisers is that game shows as a genre have over a 90% completion retention when viewing commercials, and Game Show Network is the destination for viewers. There's no breaking news or split scenes to disrupt this experience. Clients expect a safe harbor in a trusted environment, and Game Show Network delivers. All right, Game Show Network debuts 4 new series this year, Split Second premiering in April, Hey Yahoo and premiering in June, and Ridiculous Working Title and Blank Slate premiere in the fall. All right. Woo. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I can't read them all. Woo.
Oh, but I think we're gonna edit. But I think we're gonna edit this out and say it's been long. I think it's been long overdue for Split Second.
Yeah, and I can't edit it, unfortunately.
Ridiculous. Let me take a look. Ridiculous. Solving riddles and puzzle. What was that one failed pilot that Pat? What was that one pilot that Pat Sajak did?
Puzzlers.
It was you're right. That was before his time on Wheel. So this kind of reminds me exactly of that.
Oof. Whew. But okay.
And Blank Slate.
So Blank Slates.
Teams of 2 pairing with celebrities. Celebrity name game, anyone?
Yeah, pretty much. I can see that celebrity name game.
and finding America's top answer. Family Feud, anyone?
Yep.
The super match from Match Game, anyone?
Oh my. Match from old school Match Game. Oh my. Oh. Woo. Yeah, we know split second. Free contestants will decide in the split second which of free general interest trivia questions they can answer. First player to buzz in gets the first pick, and the last player is left to answer wherever it's left, which is often the most difficult. The player with the fastest response time and the highest success rate answering questions over the first few rounds advance to the bonus game, when their ability to answer a rapid fire series of questions could win them $10,000. Well, at least it's not a car. At least it's not a car anymore, which is kind of sad, but it's kind of true here.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Anyway, let's go on.
Some early thoughts.
Dance.
Some early reasons on this topic.
Go ahead.
The first reason could be Wipeout on TBS.
Wipeout on TBS. Yeah, with John Cena and Nicole Byer.
That could be a reason too. That could be a reason, but go ahead and read it.
Okay. Dancing on my own. NBC will no longer be dancing with my set. Oh, I gotta do the dance. Oh, I gotta do this dance.
For those that don't want to see it, for those who don't want to see it, make sure you change channels.
Hold on. Everyone wants to see me dance.
Well, not everyone.
Dude.
I know for sure not Brandon Martin, Mrs. Corbin.
Oh my god. The network has canceled the dancing competition with star Nick Jonas, Liza Koshy, and Shakira after one season. The decision, which was made a few months ago, comes after the show was hosted by Camille Kostek, premiered last May, and ran for 8 episodes. The news merged after NBC set its summer lineup with the return of America's Got Talent and the launch of car competition makeover series Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge on May 30th, the launch of season 15 of American Ninja Warrior on June 5th, and the debut of Dick Wolf's docu-series LA Fire and Rescue, which was ordered in 2021 on June 21st.
When it comes to this, I still think Got Talent and Ninja Warrior is still doing well.
Yep. So it can't compete. So Dancing with Myself can't compete with So You Think You Can Dance.
Or Dancing with the Stars.
Yep.
Again, Nigel Lisco reigns supreme.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. The next few topics, the next 4 topics, actually. You got the full thing.
I got the whole thing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Roman Kemp heads to the finish line. All right. I'm a celeb. Roman Kemp has announced as the host for the new BBC show, The Finish Line. The celebrity Google Box star will be teaming up with former Brew Peter and Dancing on Ice star Sarah Green for the new reality format that combines traditional quizzes with a high-stakes race. In the finish line, contestants answer quiz questions in order to advance around a horse racing map. And the first one to reach the finish line on the map wins. I'm so excited to be hosting the finish line coming to BBC One this year. I'm a huge fan of quiz shows, so with this being my first time hosting one, I really can't wait to get stuck in, Roman said. I love that it's a brand new format, but based on the iconic horse racing fairground game. The show is set to be challenging and unpredictable. We know that viewers will be hooked. His co-host Sarah added, "This would be fantastic fun, and so I am really looking forward to working with Roman on this new format. It's all about high energy, high drama racing, and quick fire questions. And I'll be bringing my A game to ensure that Roman and the contestants are kept on the straight and narrow." I can see this. I can watch this show. I can see this happening. I can see this happening in the U.S., so why the heck not? All right. LOL hits South Africa. Trevor Noah is heading home after leaving The Daily Show. The comedian is to host Amazon's first South African original, a remake of its LOL Last One Lasting format. The series, which launches next year, will see Noah pit 10 famous South African comedians and entertainers against one another to see who can keep a straight face while simultaneously trying to make their opponents laugh and lose. It's a competition for a grand prize of 1 million rand, which goes to the winner's South African charity of choice. The format has been adapted in more than 20 countries, including Germany, Canada, Mexico, and Australia. The 6-part series, featuring 30-minute episodes, is produced by Rapid Food and Noah's Day Zero Productions. I'm excited to be back home to host Prime Video's first South African original, LOL, Last One Laughing, and to have a chance to connect with my home audience, said Triple Noah. I am equally delighted for the opportunity to be working alongside my fellow homegrown comedy stars on a show that not only entertains, but gives back to the South African production and charity communities. We are delighted to be announcing Trevor's momentous return home to South Africa as the host of Prime Video's first South African original, LOL, Last One Laughing, added Ned Mitchell, head of Africa and Middle East Originals Prime Video. Comedy in all its forms shines among South Africa's most valuable treasures, together with an A-list roster of this country's incredible homegrown community talent, competing for a great charitable cause. Trevor and Prime Video are demonstrating the depth of our shared vision to invest and elevate the very best of South Africa for audiences locally and around the world. This is going to get interesting. I'm going to be down to see it here. Good luck, Trevor Noah. Godspeed, my man. Next, we have Celebrity Lingo hitting the BENCH. All right. RuPaul's Celebrity Lingo appears to have been canceled after just one series. The Twilight icon debuted as host of the ITV Sunday night show last year, which is a spin-off of the daytime TV game show hosted by Adele Ray. However, representatives for the series have revealed that there are no plans for a second run of Celebrity Lingo in the UK. We don't yet have plans for a second series of Celebrity Lingo. However, another series of the daytime show hosted by Adele Ray is due to air later in the year. In the US series for CBS, which is hosted by RuPaul, has been renewed, they said. Well, that's a rip. All right, next is Next Level Chef dropped by ITV. Gordon Ramsay is reported gutted after his cooking series Next Level Chef has been given the chop at ITV. The Next Level Chef UK, 12 contestants compete to win a £100,000 prize, plus a year-long mentorship from Gordon and his fellow judges, Paul Ainsworth and Naisha Arrington, which is quite the prize. It was no easy task, though, as they had to cook in a very unique kitchen made of 3 different floors, with the bottom having poor quality equipment and the top one being an industry-standard fully equipped kitchen. However, it looks like Next Level Chef won't be coming back for another intense showdown, as What to Watch reports that the ITV series hasn't been recommissioned by the broadcaster. Speaking about the news, their source reportedly told the site Gordon is highly competitive and he's gutted the series wasn't given a second run. These types of shows always take a while to get going and for viewers to connect. So he thinks it wasn't really given a proper chance. But he accepts TV is a brutal world and sometimes shows just doesn't work out. Meanwhile, a spokesman for ITV said there are no current plans for a second series, but viewers can watch Series 1 on ITVX. That's kind of sad. I kind of enjoy. I haven't seen the show, but I've heard it's pretty good. So I might check it out sometime. All right. Alrighty.
Did you do the
Jeopardy?
Hold on, let me check. Did you do the Next Level Chef?
Yes, I did.
Oh, all right.
The Jeopardy podcast form is yours.
All right, those that are Buzzy Cohen fans, you're gonna like this. Buzzy Cohen will host this is Jeopardy podcast that looks at the 60-year history of the show. For 60 years and counting, Jeopardy has established itself as a household name. Ooh. I am excited for the opportunity to give listener. I've never before seen look at the show. This is Cohen's words, not mine. I will examine the impact Jeopardy has had in cultural conversations and bring on some legendary guests who help shape Jeopardy into the show we all know and love. This is Jeopardy takes a deep dive into the show's history using hours of archival tapes and special guests. The podcast will premiere Wednesday, April 26th, and the trailer is available now. What do you think of this, Dante?
Oh my. This will get interesting, making Jeopardy more interesting. I like it. Oh, yes. It's going to get good. All right, before I go to the next topic, let me go to the... And yes, the Gameshow Speak Podcast now has a Discord server. Yeah. All right. Okay. There we go. All right. Deal No Deal UK to return. All right. Deal No Deal is set to return to our screens 7 years after it was axed by Channel 4. ITV has announced its revival of the game show, which will be hosted by Stephen Mulhern. The game show became famous for its red boxes, which contains cash prizes from 1 pence to the £250,000 jackpot. The new series will see a brand new setting with brand new prize boxes and a new batch of contestants, according to ITV. Stephen will replace original host Noel Edmonds, who previously presented the show for 11 years after it launched on Channel 4 in 2005. Now, Stephen Mulhern, yes, he's still in the current revival of Catchphrase. I think I kind of would prefer Noel Edmonds. But let's see what Stephen Mulhern brings to the table. Michael, your thoughts? Okay, that's no thoughts. All right. All right, Michael, this topic's yours. The Pyramid at 50.
Happy 50th anniversary to Pyramid. 50 years after the Pyramid format first hit television, not much has changed in the game show's play style, apart from the top prize. For a lot of people, it used to be the $25,000 Pyramid, so obviously inflation has pumped it up. Michael Strahan quit the TV in 2016 when he began hosting the show created by legendary producer Bob Stewart. Strahan is right, of course, but the prize was even lower when the format debuted on TV in 1973. At the time, the show was titled The $10,000 Pyramid, and it was Dick Clark who was master of ceremonies. Remember? Yeah, and through time, it got to be the $20,000 Pyramid, the $25,000 Pyramid, syndicated with Bill Cullen, $25,000. Daytime with Dick Clark, $100,000 syndication with Dick Clark. The 91 version of the $100,000 Pyramid with John Davidson. The 2002 Pyramid with Donny Osmond. I'm not even going to mention the 2012 revival because that stunk. And now this revival with Michael Strahan. What do you think of this?
My gosh. 50 years of Pyramid. Wow. I remember watching the reruns of Dick Clark's Pyramid, and technically I grew up with Donny Osmond's version of Pyramid. And just, what has the time gone? Woo! The format hasn't changed. Well, the sets may have changed, but the format hasn't. The hosts have changed. Man, without Dick Clark, man, Pyramid wouldn't exist. Thank you, Dick Clark, for making Pyramid for what it is.
You got the final 2 segments before the food chain to yourself.
Yep. All right. The 1% Club heads to Australia. 7 has revealed its first look at its new game show, The 1% Club, coming to 7 and 7 Plus. Hosted by comedian Jim Jeffries, the show promises to deliver an entertaining and hilarious experience as people of all ages and backgrounds find out that they are of the first order. Unlike most quiz shows, general knowledge isn't what it takes to excel in the 1% club, but logic and common sense. Jeffrey brings his trademark wit as host, injecting each episode with a healthy dose of laughter. The perfect fit for this boundary-pushing quiz show, Jeffrey is known for his irreverent style and ability to find humor in even the most controversial topics. 100 contestants begin each show, but to make it to the end and win the top prize, contestants must correctly answer a question only 1% of the country will get right. So far, I'm seeing it's but it looks interesting at the same time, so I might see it. Alrighty. Alrighty. It's time now for time for to review the TV ratings. We're gonna start with Thursday's ratings. In Thursday's ratings, CBS has shown Sheldon and Ghost tied NBC's SVU for the Thursday demo win, while Sheldon also copped the night's biggest audience. Young Sheldon with 6.9 million total viewers and a 0.5 demo rating, and Ghost 6.2 million, 0.5 were both down. While So Help Me Todd 4.2 million, 0.3, and that emotionally charged CSI Vegas 3.2 million, 0.3 were both steady. ABC's Station 19, 3.7 million, 0.4 dipped, while Grey's Anatomy 3.6 million, 0.4, and Bubble Drama Alaska Daily season finale 2.7 million and its seventh consecutive 0.2 were steady. Season to date, Alaska Daily is averaging 5.4 million total viewers in the 0.4 demo rating with live plus 7 playback. Out of the 10 dramas ABC has aired this TV season and ranks number 6 in audience, but ties fellow freshman The Company You Keep for last in the demo. Law and Order 4.1 million, 0.4, SVU 4.2 million, 0.5, and Organized Crime 2.8 million, 0.4. Each dropped some eyeballs, but were steady in the demo. The CW's Walker 620K 0.1 matches audience low. Fox's Next Level Chef 1.8 million, 0.3 matched series lows. Animal Control 1.2 million, 0.3 was steady, and Call Me Cat 1.1 million, 0.2 dipped. Wednesday's ratings, CBS's Survivor led Wednesday in the demo, while NBC's Chicago Fire cooked up the night's biggest audience. Survivor with 5 million total viewers in the 0.7 demo rating were steady, as was True Lies 2.5 million, 0.2, leading out of an FBI rerun. Chicago Med 6.4 million, 0.5, Fire 6.7 million, 0.5, and PD 5.1 million, 0.5 were all steady. The CW's The Flash 470K 0.1 slipped to an audience low, but coming up next is one of Grant Gustin's favorite episodes of the season. Riverdale's final season premiere 260K 0.1 was up in viewers from the average from season 6, which aired largely in the summer. If you want to get mathy, Riverdale matched its second audience since season 6, episode 5. All right, Fox's The Masked Singer 3.7 million, 0.6 ticked up, while Farmer Wants a Wife 2.1 billion, 0.2 was steady. ABC's A Million Little Things 1.8 million, 0.2 was steady. Tuesday's ratings. All right, in Tuesday's ratings, when CBS's FBI's in rerun mode, NBC's The Voice and ABC's The Rookie tied for the nightly demo win, while the former also copped Tuesday's biggest audience. The Rookie with 4.3 million total viewers and a 0.5 demo rating fed 2.8 million, 0.3, and Will Trent 3.5 million, 0.3, all added viewers, and we're staying in the demo, with the latter on track possibly to match or beat its biggest audience of the season. The CW's Superman and Lois 650K 0.1 dropped some eyeballs, while Golf the Knights 490K 0.1 gained some. Fox's 911 Lone Star 3.7 million, 0.4, and Accused 1.9 million, 0.2 were steady. NBC's Night Court 3.3 million, 0.4, American Idol 1.9 million, 0.2, The Voice 5 million, 0.5, and That's My Jam 2.7 million, 0.4 were all steady. Monday's ratings, all right, happy ending. And Monday's ratings, NBC's The Voice and ABC's The Bachelor tied for the Monday demo win, while with the former also delivering the night's biggest audience. The Bachelor's 3-hour season ender averaged 3.2 million total viewers and a 0.6 demo rating, down sharply from last year's Clayton, Gabby, Rachel, Susie drama, which drew 4.7 million and a 1.1. The Voice, 6.1 million, 0.6 was steady week to week, as was the season's penultimate Quantum Leap, 2.2 million, 0.3. Fox's High Heart Radio Music Awards coverage averaged 1.9 million and a 0.3. CBS's Young and the Restless 50th Anniversary special drew 2.9 million and a 0.3. The CW's All-American 510K 0.1 and Bubble Drama All-American Homecoming season series finale 370K 0.1 each added just a handful of eyeballs, up 11 and 3% respectively. Okay, on Sunday's ratings here. In Sunday's ratings, CBS's 60 Minutes led Sunday in total viewers and probably also scored the demo win, leading out a late run March Madness coverage. Pending judgment due to late start, CBS currently has 60 Minutes down for 9 million total viewers. The news magazine's best premium audience is January 8th. Similarly, The Equalizer is its largest audience, 6.7 million, since October 23rd. And East New York drew its most viewers, 5.1 million, since January 15th. NCIS LA, 4.2 million, also added some eyeballs. No reportable demo numbers for CBS just yet. ABC's AFE, 4.3 million, 0.4 dipped, while American Idol, 5.1 million, 0.6, and The Company UK, 2.2 million, 0.3, both held steady. NBC's Magnum PI, 2.6 million, 0.2, slipped in viewers for a fourth straight week to a new low, and is currently also matching its demo low. The Blacklist, 1.8 million, 0.2, was steady. Amid a sea of reruns on Fox, Housebroken returned to 600K in a 0.2. Whew. All right, Michael.
Oh, man. So, no word on Turd showing up for this one, right?
No word.
All right. Well, I guess we'll start off, and if he shows up, we'll pick it up from there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for.
Yes, of course. It's time for another GSP host food chain. Today, oh, there he is.
Oh, wait a minute. Guess who's joined us for the food chain? It's the one and only Senor Turd Ferguson.
When you're done,
What's up?
Right.
We're just about to start the food chain.
Yep, we're just about. And today's food chain is all about the host of AFE, aka America's Funniest Home Videos. Now,
Well, you got the grandfather here, so I go all the way back to the beginning.
that's right. Let's go. Here are the rules of this food chain. Rule 1, this is basically our opinion. Rule 2, we're only counting one person's hosting tenure as one hosting tenure, even if they do two separate stints. And 3, no co-hosts. And of course, we have to count the specials because there were specials on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so start with number 1, Michael.
All righty. The show premiered in 1990 and all the way to 1997. This man was the original Bob Saget.
May he rest in peace, Bob Saget, man. What can I say, man? This man brings all the funnies. He engaged with the audience, and him voicing over the clips was really funny. And he just doing Full House. Full House is a great show, don't get me wrong. And he really knows what to do. He knows when to bring the funny. And also, they're good. You know, he and another host, which we'll talk about later, are good friends. They're good friends with each other, of course.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Turd, what do you think about?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Bob Saget, he was to me the nice version of Chevy Chase. You know, he knew how to do a good pratfall. He knew how to do a perfectly timed joke. His voices that he would do in some of the segments were just impeccable. It seemed to fit in with him at the time also, being on Full House, that, he was just America's dad at that point.
And then later on, he's doing 1 versus 100.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. He, of course, did go through quite the career transformation, we can say. But yeah, to me, he is the beginning and the end. He is the alpha and the omega when it comes to AFV. So yeah, he's number one, and you're going to have to make quite the argument to tell me anybody goes above him.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so number one.
We'll try. I don't know if we'll try even at that point. But yeah, off we go to 1998 to 99. That's when things kind of crapped the bed there with these two. Daisy Fuentes and the man that did one season of the World Series of Blackjack on GSN, John Fugelsang.
Oof. Yeah.
It kind of crapped the bed from that point.
Yeah, they kind of did. And at least there's one good thing about John Fugelsang and Daisy Fuentes one. They actually brought on a voice actor named Jess Harnell, which I am friends with, actually. Well,
really?
I follow him on Instagram, actually. But still. And he still hosts
Jess Harnell is still announcing the show.
Yes, he still is. I mean, and the ratings were just suffered. And both Fuentes and Fugelsang left the show. I mean,
can't wait to get Turd's insight on this.
Yep, go ahead, Turd.
Yeah, I can. Well, it's hard for me to look at this one because although I know that America's Funniest People was kind of a spinoff, I don't look at it as being AFV. To me, it was a separate show in and of itself. A cute idea, but it was. I mean, I think they did okay. I can give them that. They did okay. Nothing special there. It was kind of the two of them were an odd pairing, I will say. But to me, I will say it's kind of awkward fitting them in under the America's Funniest Home Videos umbrella because it was its own separate show. But yeah, they would definitely, if we're looking at it as a team, they would go into the 2 spot. They are definitely not Bob Saget.
So we'll put them at number 2 for now, basically.
Yeah.
All righty.
Then 2001 to 2015.
Whoa, hold up. We got another ones over here in the specials. We got another one here in these specials here. All right.
No,
I said we were counting the specials.
Bob Saget did some specials. Even this next host did some specials as well.
All right.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Because there were some specials and they returned in May of 1999. And it was hosted by sitcom stars on ABC. There was one with D.L. Hughley.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, I have it on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I want to. Well, funny thing is, I don't see him.
Wikipedia. You don't see them?
So, whatever sources you got it from, they're full of crap.
All right, go ahead. Do it.
I'm counting in terms of the regulars.
In terms of the regulars, yes.
So, yeah, from 2001. And by the way, longest tenured to 2015. Tom Bergeron himself.
Tom Bergeron, man, oh man, I grew up during Tom's run of the show. Oh man, this was funny as hell. He has the perfect humor, the perfect sense of humor, and he can go about. I mean, he does some specials like a pet special, of course, Halloween special, Christmas special, Thanksgiving specials. I mean, he does a lot, man. And by the way, he was hosting Hollywood Squares at that time.
Yeah. And then in 2005, he transitioned over to a new show called Dancing with the Stars.
Yep. Just wow, wow, wow. This man can go. I can tell you. I grew up with Tom during that time, during Tom's run of AFE. And he's not Bob Saget, but he made it his own. He made the show his own. He does a very good job with this show. Turd, what are your thoughts on this? On Tom Bergeron?
Tom Bergeron definitely is a solid number 2. He did a great job with the series. I can't bring myself to put him past Bob Saget, because to me, Bob Saget was America's Funniest Home Videos. But he did a really, really great job with it. So, yeah, solid number 2.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All righty then.
Solid number 2 for us.
And
Putting
finally,
Daisy and John down.
And finally, the current host, Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yep, from 2015 all the way to now. Alfonso, he did all right. I mean, sure, he's no Tom Bergeron, but I think he did okay. He has some funny moments, but I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think he's a good pick, but I think they should have another host that will do this. But don't get me wrong, I love Alfonso. I'm sorry, Michael?
What do you think of him
now? Up to now, I think he's doing all right. I mean, he's no Tom Bergeron. But, I think it would be better. I think it would be better if they find another host. No disrespect to Alfonso. He did good. It's just, this wasn't exactly his wheelhouse, per se. Michael.
Now let's get Turd's insight.
Turd, your insight on this?
Hey, again, Alfonso, very serviceable host. I think he runs into that whole problem of, you had Bob Saget, who was with the show for so long and did such an amazing job. Tom Bergeron follows him up and does just as solid of a job. So Alfonso's in that spot. I think he's a good person to host the show, but, when you're going up against Jesus and John the Baptist, you're not going to come in first place or second place. So
you might as well come to third or fourth.
That's right. Yeah. So I would definitely give him third place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him a respectable
Daisy
third.
and John in last place.
Well, putting them in last. I put in John.
Let's run it down.
Run it down. I'll run it down here. Number one, of course, Bob Saget. Number 2, Tom Bergeron. Number 3, Alfonso Ribeiro, pre-spring backcast 21. And 4, and dead last, of course, John Fugelsang and Daisy Fuentes.
Fugelsang.
Fugelsang. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies
For that
and
mispronunciation, Vazoo.
Ow! And ladies and gentlemen, that's all for hosts of AFE. That's the chain. Michael, close us out.
Alrighty, thank you so much for watching this awesome round of the Gameshow Speak podcast. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, comment down below. It gives you thoughts on all the topics. Subscribe to Dante Pip and hit the notification bell whenever he does a live stream of this one at all times. Check out the Game Show Lounge, the YouTube channel, and also subscribe to yours truly, Mike Bombardier, aka Mikey Bombs, as they call me. And special thank you to, as always, to Turb Ferguson for joining us for the food chains and all that. So,
Yes, it was good to be here as always, and as you know, I'm your co-host, Turb Ferguson, and you sure as hell aren't.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with that, we must now bid each and every one of you adieu. So until we see you next week with another grand round of the Gameshow Speak podcast, and until me and Dante see you, myself and Dante see you this coming Monday night for another round of the Wrestle Speak podcast, and until I see you this coming Thursday night for another round of Rant and Rave, goodbye, Game Show fanatics. Mwah! And good night. Bang!
See y'all later.